shining bright lotus.
Title is Precepts, Integration, Ethical Living, and Spiritual Practice. And I got a little creative. So I wanted to set the context of our integration today and our practice with a poem. So my poem is, I'm going to start with one bell in, one bell out. Drop what you know, and the world opens wide. Listen with the whole body, and compassion walks in uninvited. Take one step, and the path becomes clear. Not for me alone, but for all who walk beside me. Thank you. Today we've gathered to reflect on what we know as the Three Pure Precepts. Foundational vows of our Bodhisattva path. And the three tenets, the Zen Peacemakers. We're going to integrate those two. They are simple in wording, yet vast in depth. The Pure Precepts. Bodhisattvas, I vow to refrain from all evil, not knowing. I vow to make every effort to live in life, enlightenment, being witness. I vow to live and be lived for the benefit of all beings, taking action. You know, I was thinking at first glance, these precepts might sound like a rule book for being a good Buddhist. But these precepts are not commandments carved in stone. They're invitations, living, breathing commitments to a life that is free, compassionate, and deeply responsive to the world. Now, the Zen Peacemakers reinterpreted these precepts through the three tenets. And these tenets go, the one, not knowing, bearing witness, taking loving action. So I thought maybe how we'd kind of do this is let's see how we can integrate them and align them together. As I remember, ceasing from evil, do not do harm. This is the first vow. The vow to refrain from all evil. Now, I was thinking evil is a pretty heavy word. Maybe it conjures up images of villains in dark capes twirling their mustaches. But as you know, in Zen, evil is simply a means that causes harm and separation. So how do we practice refraining from harm is the real question. Through not knowing. Yes, not knowing means dropping our fixed ideas about who's right, who's wrong, what should or shouldn't be happening. As you know, especially all of us, our judgments, however noble, can also, they can create some harm. We label others, we cling to being right, we shut the door on compassion. But when we loosen our grip on certainty, we can create space where healing can occur for us and those around us. As you know, the heart doesn't cling to good versus bad. It naturally refrains from harm. I was thinking, it's kind of like holding a hot coal of judgment. When you drop it, your hands stop burning and you don't throw sparks at everyone else. Oh, let's see. The second one. Yes, doing good. Cultivating goodness. The second vow, I vow to make every effort to live in enlightenment. Now, as bodhisattvas, you know enlightenment isn't a mystical light show where suddenly all your laundry folds itself. I had to do my laundry, that's why I thought of that. Living in enlightenment is about seeing clearly and acting with integrity in our daily life. And here's where bearing witness comes in. To bearing witness means to slow, and show up fully. It's to stand in the middle of life's joy and sorrow and just let it touch you deeply. It's to listen deeply to others' stories without planning your reply. So, if you remember out of our Mondo manual, can you listen without an opinion? Can you taste the bitterness of suffering and the sweetness of love without flinching? When we bear witness, goodness naturally arises. We don't have to decide to be kind. It's the heart's natural response to be awake. Think of it this way. If you stand under the rain long enough, you don't have to decide to get wet. You're soaked. In the same way, when we immerse ourselves in the reality of the world, compassion soaks through our skin and just shows up in the space that we are, the Dharma that we are. So, let's take a look at the third vow, doing good for others, embracing all beings. The third vow, I vow to live and believe for the benefit of all. Yes, this is the Bodhisattva's greatest vow, living not just for ourselves, for all the beings. This vow comes alive through taking action. Now, remember, taking loving action. Action that flows from not knowing, bearing witness, is not based on ego or an agenda. It's grounded in our compassionate and loving kindness. You know, sometimes action is bold, speaking out, building bridges, marching for justice. Other times it's quiet, washing our dishes, listening to the friend, and bowing in gratitude. You know, what matters is not the size of the act, but our hearts behind our acts. The act is big, that is small. A single glance can save a life. A moment, just a moment of patience can turn an enemy into a friend. To live for the benefit of all is to see that there is no separation. My well-being is your well-being. Your liberation is my liberation. I know you know this, but I'm just reminding you today of the opportunity that is here for us as bodhisattvas. As a result of that, I had to write a haiku as well. I spent too much time with Fujin Roshi, so you have to learn how to do haikus. So here it goes. Not knowing, bearing witness, taking action. Vows flow through your every breath. All beings embrace in eternal love. So it is. I thought you might enjoy that a little bit. Okay, I can't help myself since I spent some time with Sanji Roshi. She's such a poet. She inspired me to be more poetry-like in my Zen. So let's talk about ethical living and spiritual practice. So the three precepts are not abstract ideas. They are a map of how to live ethically and spiritually. Here we go. Think about it. Let go of your fixed views. Cease from harm. Open your heart fully. Cultivate goodness. Step into the world with some of your compassion and loving kindness. Act for the benefit of all. Now, the Zen peacemakers reminded us and me, all of this is not about perfection. It's about presence, mindfulness. It's about returning again and again to those vows whenever we drift. And the vows are the precepts. So ethical living in Zen is not about being squeaky clean. It's about being fully alive, present, moment to moment. So we breathe together in this moment. Let's remember. The pure precepts are not something to keep in a drawer or hang on your wall. They're living companions, guiding us in each choice, each breath, each step on our path in our Dharma. So, we choose. To cease from harm. When we bear witness, when we take loving action, when our life itself becomes Dharma. Okay, I did one other thing for you. I was thinking about, okay, we're Rinzai Zen. We love our koans. We got 13 great koans in the Mondo Zen manual, but I created a koan just for our talk and for you to ponder. If you want to write it down, you can. Maybe you'll just remember it. So here it goes. Let me see if I can remember it. Okay. When there is no good and no evil, how do you live for the benefit of all? Indeed. Let me say that one more time. When there is no good and no evil, how do you live for the benefit of all? I put that on a little note. It's on my computer so I can see it every day. I gotta walk the talk. So I'm gonna prepare to close. Prepare to close. I should pray to close. Probably. You're probably waiting for me to settle down a minute. But I thought before we settle down together, there's something really valuable I wanted to end with. As bodhisattvas, you know the three treasures. I vow to refrain from disparaging the three treasures. I hold precious this Sangha and the sacred life we embody, especially these three treasures. This absolute purity of our awakened mind, Buddha. This life filled with wisdom, compassion, and skillful means, Dharma. This never-ending mystery of life unfolding, all brothers, all sisters, all beings, Sangha. So it is. So once again, I have had the pleasure to have a Dharma reflection with you. And I worked hard on this one because I learned a lot. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening and being with me today. It's my pleasure and honor to be a part of this Sangha. May all beings realize their true nature. May all beings be released from suffering. May all beings know peace. Swaha. Thank you.
Shining bright lotus.